Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to everyone. It is 2018. I'm sending you guys positive vibes and wishing you nothing but the best. I did a lot of reflecting over 2017 over everything that I accomplished and everything that happened in the year for me, and I came up with 17 lessons that I learned in 2017, and I want to go ahead and share those with you guys today. So let's get started. So the first lesson I learned in 2017, well, not the first lesson, but this is number one on my list, and that is to live realistically. And for me, that just means that my life has changed. I no longer can live by the morals and the standards that I had previously. I learned to remove all false ideas of perfection. My life is not perfect. I'm learning now that things are not always going to go the way that I have them set up in my mind to go, and things are not always going to turn out the way that I want them to. So I'm learning to live realistically, live for what my situation calls for, and to live within my means. So the second lesson I learned in 2017 is to live in the moment and not for the moment. Have you ever been in the kitchen cooking and you cook and you make this big meal and you put your foot in it, okay? You put your whole foot, whole calf, everything in that meal, and then when it comes time to actually eat the meal, you don't have an appetite. That's how I feel like my life was prior to 2017. Like, I was just preparing for all of those moments, and then when it came time to the moment, I didn't have it in me to actually live in them. So now I am living in the moment. Third lesson I learned in 2017 is that I can control the energy that I give off, and I can control the energy that I receive. I no longer have to allow other people's energy to influence my own. And I just choose to give off as much positive energy as I possibly can, and I want to make a conscious effort to be positive. And so that's what I learned. The fourth lesson I learned in 2017 is that it's okay to say no. Like, I cannot be a people pleaser. As much as I want to help others and as much as I want to be there for others, my situation doesn't always call for that. So like I said, I'm learning to live within my means. I'm learning to not spread myself too wide or too thin and to give myself the energy that I require. So for example, I can't give someone else 90 and then I get 10. All I have to ration out to my kids and my husband is 10%. Like, no, that's messed up. So I'm just learning to kind of balance everything out and to, just do what I can. Not go overboard, but just do what I'm able to do and be okay with that. Be okay with, not always being able to do it all. The fifth lesson that I learned is that I can't change anyone, and that I have to love people where they are and for who they are, and sometimes that may even be at a distance. So the sixth lesson that I learned is that I sometimes am battling with people's spirits and not with people themselves. So for example, in 2017, I saw a lot of, women should encourage women should be happy for other women, people should be happy for other people's success. True, but the reality is that if you have something going good in your life, someone else may not have something going good in their life, and they may be engulfed in that and not be able to celebrate your success or your good things the way that you want them to. So there you go. That's what it is. I'm just learning that, you are battling. Sometimes you're battling with other people's problems, other people's spirits, and other things that they have going on versus the person themselves. It's not that they don't love you. It's just that they got something going on. You just got to maybe love them from a distance and keep it moving. The seventh lesson I learned is to not spend more time thinking than acting. I just learned in 2017, like, you got to do it. If you have an idea, the only way that it's going to come to life is if you do it. Don't spend more time thinking than you do acting, because then what's going to happen to those thoughts? They're just going to go to the wayside, one ear and out the other. And that brings me to the next lesson I learned, was to just do it. That's lesson number 8 for me in 2017. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way things are going to get done. That's the only way you are going to realize your goals. That's the only way that things are going to get done, is just to do it. Just to get up and do it. Sometimes, you know, when you're tired, you just got to get up and do it. The 9th lesson that I learned in 2017 is to advocate. I consider myself to, previously anyway, I consider myself to be very non-confrontational. So that meant sometimes if I disagree with something, or if I'm hurt by something, or even offended by something, I wouldn't say anything. I don't normally wear my emotions on my sleeve. I've learned first of all that it's okay to disagree. That doesn't mean that, you know, whoever don't love you, that doesn't mean that I don't love whoever. It just means that, you know, you have your own opinion about things. And so I've learned it's okay to disagree. I've also learned to assert myself and advocate for myself in a respectful way. And number 10, guys, number 10. I'm extra. And the lesson that I learned is to keep it simple. I have to live realistically and live within my means. And sometimes my life doesn't call for extra. Do you remember when you were younger and your mom would put, you know, just simple grease and water on your hair, and you would go and your hair was just bomb, okay? It was moisturized and it was just beautiful. Nowadays we have all these hair products that we accumulate to keep our hair moisturized and lock in the moisture and all of this stuff. But now for me, life is like, look, put some grease and water on it and keep it simple and keep it moving. The 11th lesson I learned was that I have to know where I am to know where I'm going. And basically that just means I need to understand who I am, who Bri is now in this very moment, in order to understand where I'm going and who I want to be in the future. What characteristics do I want to improve on? Do I want to cultivate to become a better me? Okay, number 12. Everything does not have to be so practical. I consider myself to be very strict, and you know, my expectations are very strict. And so it's just like, keep it simple, you know. I don't have to be so by the books when it comes to certain things. Just let it flow. Have a little leniency. Go with the flow. That's what I'm learning. It makes life a lot easier. Okay, so number 13 actually was supposed to be parts, I think 3 or 4 of the Limbo series. And the reason I decided not to continue on with the Limbo series is because I feel like that was a lesson, you know, that I was still learning at that time. And a lot of these things that I'm talking about today are still things that I'm learning, and still things that I will take with me into 2018. But number 13 is perception and perspective change. And basically for me, that just meant that, you know, your mind is set up a certain way, to think a certain way. So if I go into a situation and I go into it with good thoughts and good expectations, that's probably what I'm going to get from it. The result of that situation is going to be good. If I go into a situation with a negative expectation, if I go into it like, that probably ain't gonna work out, it's probably not gonna work out. So I just learned to train my mind to be more positive and to think more positively, and to have to perceive things to have a positive outcome versus a negative outcome. Number 14 is expectations of myself and others, and this was actually supposed to be the last part in the Limbo series, but like I said, this is something that I felt like I'm still learning, but I'm gonna share it with you anyway. Expectations of myself. I just feel like I'm hard on myself, and I spoke about that before, how I have a lot of self-doubt and I question myself a lot, but I just learned to, be lenient. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to meet my own expectations all the time. I can't live up to the standards of society. I'm not a perfect mom. I'm not a perfect wife. I'm not a perfect friend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to be perfect. And so I'm learning to not go so hard on myself and to be lenient with myself. And in regards to others, I'm learning to fine tune my expectations. The same for them as it is for me. They're not perfect. They're not always going to be perfect towards me, but no love lost. Everybody's learning and everybody's growing at their own pace. Number 15, this came from another conversation that I had with my aunt. And that lesson was that if I look for something, I'm going to find it. If I look, kind of like the perspective and perception change thing that I was talking about for number 13. If you look for something, you're going to find it. If you look for a negative outcome, you're going to find a negative outcome. You're going to have a negative outcome. If you look for a reason not to achieve your goals, you're going to find a reason not to achieve your goals. So look for the positive instead of the negative. Okay, guys, we are almost done. Number 16, if you stuck with me this far, thank you. I surely appreciate it. Number 16 is that love knows no principle. And this was a major one for me that I had to learn. Just because of my expectations, I have high expectations. And I'm kind of, like I said, strict and by the book. Love knows no principalities. So you can say, you know, if she knew better, she would have done better. She would have done me better. You can say that, but love doesn't know that. Love doesn't know that she could have done better because she knew better. Love knows, you know what? I know that you're human. I know that you're going to make mistakes. So I love you unconditionally. And that's what I had to learn. And that's what I'm still learning. Okay, y'all, 17. We made it. We made it. Next year, I don't know if I'm going to do 18 because this is long, y'all. This takes a lot of thinking. But 17 is validation. I don't need to be validated. And what I mean by that is I am worthy of all of this success that I put my mind to. And, you know, I think with women, I think sometimes we just feel like we're not worthy of positive things happening in our life because of things that have happened to us in the past or things that we've done or just whatever reason. I learned that I'm worthy. Like I said, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm not a perfect person, but that doesn't mean I don't deserve success. I feel the same way for all other women. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we go through things. Yes, we do things. Yes, we make mistakes. But you're worthy of success. You're worthy of, you know, being a great mother. You're worthy of all the things that you set your mind to. You can do it. You can achieve it despite everything that's happened. It's 2018. You know what I'm saying? Put all of that mess in the past. Worthy to be successful. You are worthy to achieve all of your goals. You can do it. That's it, you guys. That was 17 lessons that I learned in 2017. Like I said, I will be taking all of these lessons with me in 2018. I'm still going to be learning them. I'm still going to be perfecting on them. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with me for all 17 of those lessons that I learned. Definitely share this video. I hope I was able to encourage you and inspire your minds to get moving and thinking yourselves and doing some reflecting on your year last year. Let me know down below what are some of the things that you learned last year or what are some things that you would like to learn in 2018. I hope you guys have a great day and a great year. I will see you in the next video. Bye.